stars glowing in the night, looking mean and staring at me. I'll give you all the room that you need. Possum in a tree. So creepy cool to me. Possum in a tree.
My very first guitar was just,
I thought one a little bigger than that right there. It's an old silver tone. Was yours silver tone?
It was silver tone with this kind of a finish.
Yeah. 60s, late 50s.
Yeah, it would have been around 66, I guess. Yeah, and then I've got one of these. Again, this is identical to one that I have.
Okay. You know, Paul plays the mountain also.
Oh.
Yeah. So. get back here out of the view, I'll be kind of in the dark corner.
Okay.
I mean,
Wherever you're comfortable.
huh?
Wherever you are comfortable.
Well, just,
Yeah.
Over there by the side of the road, looking down from a tree, eyes glowing in the night, looking mean and staring at me. I'll give you all the room that you need. Possum in a tree. Never mind the one-way road. You'll go any way you want to go. You'll never see me standing in your way. And if you start walking, I'll make you stay. You look so creepy cool to me. Possum in a tree.
Right.
Hey,
That's
good
my first
afternoon. Welcome to Bob's Barn Jamborees on this nice snowy day. This is our first real nice snowy day. We'll probably have other nice ones. You're going to be watching Dale Evenhouse for the next hour. We were thinking of having him for 4 hours, but he said, well, maybe better not, right?
song. Right.
Yeah. Okay, if you haven't been here before and you need to use the restroom, don't go out behind the barn. The restrooms are in the house. Go out that red door you came in, up that green ramp. While you're going up that green ramp, don't eat any yellow snow. They go in that heavy glass door, and there's a restroom on the right. And if that one's full, go down that hall on your left, make a bunch of lefts. There's a restroom off the kitchen. And let's see, please turn your cell phones off except your cameras. Dale's going to want to have you advertise him, so that'd be okay, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Next week is going to be the Paul and Joyce Carmichael Christmas show here. That's going to start at 2 o'clock. And let's see. Seems like there's something else I'm supposed to say to you. When you go in the house, please close the heavy glass door when you go in and out. We got a weasel that runs around in the neighborhood, and he'll get at my pet chicken that's underneath the dining room table. So we want to keep our chicken. Oh, why don't you? Oh, one more announcement. I don't have it on the schedule. We don't have a show Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. But we do have the 10th annual neighborhood Eat and Jam on New Year's Day. That's going to start at 12:30, goes until about 5. You're all welcome to come to that. At 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve at 3 o'clock, if you want to jam, I'm home. So if you want to come over and jam for a couple hours, that'd be fine. So give Dale Evenhouse and Sid Rogers a nice round of welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here. Really wasn't that bad a drive out from Grand Rapids way. I'm happy to have some family, and they're here partly because it happens to be my birthday yesterday. 75 years old now, so ta-da!
Happy birthday.
All right. First song is Roger Miller's King of the Road. Trailer for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes. About 2 hours of push and broom. Buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Third boxcar midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suits and shoes, I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found, short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, and all of their children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked, there's no one around. I see trailer for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes. About 2 hours of push and broom. Buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. King of the road, one more time. King of the road. Okay. This next one is Bad, Bad Leroy Brown. Yeah, and I know there's no cursing in this place, so where there's a kind of a bad word here and there, I just substituted bad, and most people don't even notice the difference. It's kind of a fun song. I'm from the Chicago area, and so I will testify he's right. South side of Chicago is kind of a different, dangerous sort of place to be. By the way, I listened to an interview where they asked him if he really knew anyone like Leroy Brown. He says, well, there was one guy who inspired me. He wasn't just like Leroy Brown, but he said, you know, he and I were in the Army together. We had both come into the Army. We were studying, I think, you know, how to be in communications and that. He said he was big and he was strong, but he wasn't real bright. And one day he just said, I'm tired of it, and he walked away. Well, that's not so unusual, but later on, when the pay came, he came back for his paycheck. Big mistake. Okay. Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you just better beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now Leroy, more than trouble. You see, he stand about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lovers, men just call him sir. And he's bad, bad, Leroy town, the baddest man in that old bad town. badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Leroy, he a gambler, and he liked his fancy clothes, and he liked to wave a diamond ring in front of everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental, he got an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun, and a razor in his shoe. And he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in that whole bad town. Badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, what happened on Friday? Well, Friday, about a week ago, Leroy's shooting dice, and at the edge of the bar sat a world in the dark, and oh, that girl looked nice. Well, he cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. And Leroy Brown would learn a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. And he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in that old bad town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the two men took to fighting, and when they pulled him off of the floor, Leroy Brown had learned his lesson about messing, and he didn't want to learn that no more. And he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in that old bad town. Badder than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. She's badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. All right. He's a bad one. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I have next here. Okay. This is just kind of fun. It's Bill Bailey, won't you come home? Please come home. Yeah, this is one where jazz groups and stuff have a lot of fun with it. And of course, I'm just one little guitarist with a bass player. So we'll just go through it a couple of times. There's a story behind this. The guy who wrote this was, the entertainment, some bar somewhere for the night, and he sat down with Bill Bailey. And they got to talking, and Bill Bailey was complaining about his wife and how he got kicked out. And the other guy assured him, well, think of everything you do for her. She'll let you back, don't you think? And yeah, they thought so. No, she divorced him. I guess that's supposed to be a true story, too. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? Moans the whole night long. I'll do the cooking, honey, I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy eve that I drove you out with nothing but a fine-tooth comb. I know I'm to blame, well, ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Bop, 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 bum, ba-dum, bum, bop, 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 bum, ba-ra, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? She moans the whole night long. I'll do the cooking, honey, I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy eve that I drove you out nothing but a fine-tooth comb. I know I'm to blame. Well, ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please? Bill Bailey, won't you please? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Okay.
And we're teaching to leave.
Oh, yeah.
To leave.
Well, geez, you gotta you gotta treat that wife better. Hopefully, she got a better husband next time around, I hope. Okay. This is one that I think is just fun. I think it might be the only hit that Irish Rovers had, but it was a great hit. That's the Unicorn song. It's more appropriate on a rainy day than a snowy day, but it's still a good song, no matter what time you do it. A long time ago, when the earth was green, there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. They'd run around free while the ark was being born, and the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Well, there were green alligators along the geese, some humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. Now God saw some sinning, and it gave him pain. He said, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He said, hey brother Noah, I tell you what you do, you build me a floating zoo, and give me green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, don't you forget my unicorns. Well, old Noah was there to answer the call. He finished making the ark just as the rain started to fall. He marched in the animals 2 by 2, and he called out as they went through, hey Lord, I got you green alligators, long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, I'm so forlorn, I just can't see no unicorns. Oh yeah. Then Noah peered out in the driving rain. Them unicorns was hiding, playing silly games, kicking and splashing while the rain was falling. Oh, them silly unicorns. Well, there were green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and chimpanzees. Noah cried, close the door, 'cause the rain is falling and we just can't wait for no unicorns. Well, the ark started floating and drifting with the tide. The unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried. The waters came down, kind of floated them away. And that's why you're never gonna see a unicorn to this very day. Well, you see green alligators with long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorns. All right, woo! Put that back where it belongs. Okay. Oh, I gotta have a drink of water before I go to this next one. This song is not real well known, but I sure like it. It's on one of the CDs I play in the car. It's called The Rabbit Song. And I can kind of identify with it. It's an old man kind of talking about life, and things have kind of been changing, and yeah, no, I'm 75. A lot of things have been changing. So anyway, let's just do the song. I can't get it started here. Maybe I'll start with the chorus. Okay. Seems like I said, it's not a real well-known song. Seems like the rabbits run much faster than they used to. Every year the hillside gets harder to climb. Seems like the autumn turns too quickly into winter. Won't be long till me and this old dog must say goodbye. These hills have been my home for 80 years. Come next Sunday to 65, it's just been this old dog and me. My woman was called home to be with the Lord in heaven. My life has been a good one, but my journey's end I see. Seems like the rabbits run much faster than they used to. Every year the hillside gets harder to climb. Seems like the autumn turns too quickly into winter. Won't be long till me and this old dog must say goodbye. Instead of sleeping over by the corner of the fireplace, that old dog would run and hunt all day. Not too long ago, we were out among the corn rows, making the memories that are on my mind today. Seems like the rabbits run much faster than they used to. Every year the hillside gets harder to climb. Seems like the autumn turns too quickly into winter. Won't be long till me and this old dog must say goodbye. No, won't be too long till me and this old dog will say goodbye. Thanks. Yeah, that brought back an old memory for me. We had a wonderful dog. She had some retriever in her, golden retriever in her. She loved you. You'd throw the ball, she'd go get it, bring it back, throw it again, please, you know. But she started getting older, and one day I threw the ball, she ran out, she got it, brought it back. I picked it up, I'm ready to throw it, and I threw it, and she just looked at me like, you go get it, you know. Yeah, so, this one's a fun one here. Now, I just had some dental surgery, so my whistling might not be as good as it normally would be. This is the Fishing Hole song, and if you remember the old Andy Griffith show, this was, the theme song for it. And I was really happy to learn there's some words, too. But, there's the whistling, and then there's the words. You may have never heard the words. You're going to hear them today. And if some of you really feel like whistling along, yeah, go ahead. All right. Well, I'll take down your fishing pole and meet me at the fishing hole. You may not get a bite all day, but don't you rush away. If we don't catch a perch or bass, we'll cool our toes in the dewy grass, or else pull up a weed to chew, or whistle a happy tune. I gotta slow it down a little bit here. What a fine day to take a stroll and wander by the fishing hole. I can't think of a better way to pass the time of day. Hanging around, taking our ease, watching the hound scratching at his fleas. Come on, take down your fishing pole and meet me at the fishing hole. I can't think of a better way to pass the time of day. Just curious, how many of you heard the words for the first time today? I mean, first time ever. More of you are familiar with it than I would have guessed. That's cool. All right, let's see. Okay. Drink water.
Old Andy was a good singer and guitar player.
He was, I know. I've actually heard a recording of him singing that song, but I think, it was very unrehearsed and kind of a demo thing, and then they said, now we're just going to go with whistling through the whole thing. So that's what they did. Yeah. This is the city of New Orleans. I remember it's been around a long time, but I kind of introduced this ukulele club I belong to this song a while back, and it gets requested a lot when it gets to that time of the day. It's the city of New Orleans, and it's kind of a special song to me because back then when they still had, trains that wasn't all Amway, you had the city of New Orleans, and Illinois Central also had the city of Miami. And when I was about 13 or so, we okay over there? I guess we're doing all right now. When I was about 13 or so, my parents and my aunt and uncle and my cousins, and we all went down on the city of Miami. And this song reflects very much the same kind of experience we had. Right down to we'd be in the club car. Well, the guys were playing poker. We were busy playing Crazy Eights, but anyway. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. And all along the southbound Odyssey, the train goes out at Kankakee and rolls along past houses, farms, and fields. Passing trains that have no names, freight yards full of old black men, and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing cards with the old men's in the club car. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Won't you pass the paper bag that holds the bottle? Feel the wheels rumbling neath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steam. Mothers with with their babes asleep, rocking to the gentle beat and the rhythm of the rails is all they dream. Good night, America. Oh, I start again. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans. Changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. And all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. And the steel rails still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again. The passengers will please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Thank you. What? Yeah. You know, that I kind of brought back to memory. Talked about switching cars on the way down to Florida. They were doing some car switching and things. And I think we even got off the train and got something out of the vending machines or whatever. We got back on the train. My mom and dad look around and they can't find my youngest brother. And they're looking and they're looking and they're panicking. The train's going to be leaving in 5 minutes. And then he showed up. He just decided he'd go visit the cooks in the dining car. That's all. So, okay. Now this one is Over the Rainbow. I'm going to do it with the ukulele. And they credit this song actually because it was so popular with kind of starting the revival of people being interested in ukuleles. The guy who wrote this, I can't even pronounce his last name, it's very Hawaiian. His first name is Israel. The story goes, in the middle of the night, he called up the studio and said, I've got the song, I've got to record it right now. And he persuaded them, they showed up and he recorded this song, Over the Rainbow, What a Wonderful World medley, in one take. And it's just a wonderful song. I can't do it as good as him, but you know. And he does it on a baritone ukulele, just like this one. Maybe I'll just get right into the song. Somewhere over the rainbow, It's hard when you've been playing on a bigger keyboard with your guitar and then you switch to this. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dreamed of once, they'll lullaby high, oh, some that you dreamed of, dreams really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white, and the brightness of day and the dark of night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking and saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dreamed, why, oh, why can't I? Thank you. Yeah, he was a very large Hawaiian. In Hawaii, I guess, if you're a native Hawaiian, the bigger you are, or the fatter you are, the more handsome you are. And he was very handsome, but the sad part is it led to medical problems, and he died fairly young.
Good player too.
Yeah, oh, it's great. Try to keep my eye on the time a little bit. Okay. This song is Falling. It was by Benny LeBlanc and, by LeBlanc and Cars, the name they went by. Both of them were involved in music. Lenny was like a studio guitarist, very, very good guitarist. Carr was more in production. And they kind of got together and said, let's do this song and see what happens. And it became a top 40 song. It didn't ever hit number one, but it was like so nice, so pleasant, it just stayed on the charts and stayed on the charts and made them more and more and more money. And then I think they decided, let's quit while we're ahead. I think I'll just go back to being, writing songs and stuff. And the one and the other said, I'll get back into production. But it's a beautiful song. And I always think about a time when Linda and I were on a retreat, and we kind of got away from everybody else. There's this really nice room with a nice fireplace going, and it was winter. And we had just learned to appreciate winter in that time that we were there. And I don't usually like snow much, but sometimes when it's really beautiful, I do. It's called Falling. I think about winter when I was with her and the snow was falling down. Warmed by the fire, loving by her when there's no one else around. And I'm falling, oh I'm falling, I'm falling in love with you. I think about summer, my head was swimming, you wrote my name in the sand. We walked together, hoping forever, please don't let go of my hand. And I'm falling, oh I'm falling, I'm falling in love with you. The fall and the springtime are like in between times. You're here and then you go away. Oh, I just wanted to say, won't you please, please stay. Oh, I'm falling, yeah, I'm falling, I'm falling in love with you, in love with you, in love with you. Appropriate for this time of the year with the snow falling and so on.
Temperatures too.
Yeah. Okay. This next one, leaving on a jet plane. Yeah. Paul,
Arizona, Florida.
starting from, in my mind, starting from Florida and flying up to Michigan. Gotta make sure I put my capo on. Of course, John Denver wrote it, but he wasn't real well known at the time. And Peter Paul and Mary met him, heard the song, they said, we have to do that song. And so they did. And they had many hits, but this was the only #1 hit that they ever had. And at the time that it was on the radio, I was singing with a girl and a guy. We were a trio. and we sang this song at our folk festival. Not, I think, really realizing how popular it was, and we brought the house right down. So it's always been kind of a favorite song of mine ever since.
That day.
Heavy snow. All my bags packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I wait to wake you up to say goodbye. But the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. Taxi's waiting and he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could cry. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I played around. I tell you now, they don't mean nothing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll wear your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm leaving at the jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. Okay. And I'm going to do some songs that kind of came from special inspiration. I'm going to start with a wedding song, or it's also known as There Is Love. Peter, Paul, and Mary wrote this song. And as it happened, Peter was getting married, and Paul, of course, was invited to the wedding. And beyond that, he was invited to sing at the wedding. And so Paul said, I think I'll try and write a song. And he said, this song, and he's written different songs, and a lot of times it's a struggle. He said, this song came to me all at once. He said, it just was there. All I had to do was write it down. And he had recently become a Christian. He's convinced God just gave him this song. And so he's decided, since he didn't really write the song, that all the money he's making from this song, all the royalties, would go to charity, and that's well over $1 million. He is now to be among you at the calling of your hearts. Rest assured, this troubadour is acting on his part. The union of your spirits here has caused him to remain. For whenever two or more of you are gathered in his name, there is love. There is love. Well, a man shall leave his mother, and a woman leave her home, They shall travel on to where the two shall be as one. As it was in the beginning, is now till the end. Woman draws her life from man and gives it back again. And there's love. There's love. Well then, what's to be the reason for becoming man and wife? Is it love that brings you here, or love that brings you life? And if loving is the answer, then who's the living for? You believe in something that you've never seen before. Oh, there's love. There is love. Oh, the marriage of your spirits here has caused him to remain. For whenever two or more of you are gathered in his name, there's love. There's love. Good job. And this song by Paul Simon is Bridge Over Troubled Water. And he has a similar story too. He said this kind of all came to him at once. And of course we know he knows how to write lots of songs, but in a way like just blew his mind that it just all came. And I think it may well be the song that people think of him doing first when they think about Paul Simon. Bridge Over Troubled Water. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Guess my banjo wanted to lay itself down. All right. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Now, this song is one that, in a similar way, I'll write maybe a verse or something for a song, but this was really different. I was aware of the fact that my father was dying, and that he might very well die that same day. And I was actually at work at a third shift job at the time. And these lyrics just started to come to me. They're based roughly on 2 Corinthians 5:1, where it says, "Now we know that if the earthly tent we live in, that is our body, is destroyed, we have a building from God, an eternal home in heaven." And I was thinking about my dad and how he had been so strong. He only had 2 headaches in his entire life. Very strong man. And yet Parkinson's disease affected him, and he died inch by inch. And he did, in fact, pass away that day. But this poem came to me all at once. And I read it at his funeral. And one of my brothers said, "You're a musician. You ought to put a tune to that." And so there was a folk tune that seemed to fit. And that's what I did. The song, let's see, what do I have to do? Capo this thing? Mm-hmm. Yes. It's called "The Tattered Tent." Of course, the tent being a body, and thinking of my dad as having such a tattered body by the end. The tent lies worn and oh so tattered, where once a fine shelter had stood. The end has come and hope was shattered. Life had to end as we knew it would. Now on this truth we must meditate. We know that life still lies ahead. This dear old tent God will recreate, and it shall be a house instead. For on the day of resurrection, we'll hear the final trumpet blow. This body brought into perfection in vibrant hell will surely glow. For though we know we don't deserve it, and on our own we'd all perish, Jesus has paid all of our debt. In paradise we'll flourish. In paradise we'll flourish. And we're getting close to the end here. So it looks like I have time for one more song. And that's, yeah, I wrote a lot of the lyrics to this song. And it's called There's a New World Coming. I did not write the tune. Okay. There's a new world coming, it's paradise restored, and you'll be there someday if Jesus is your Lord. In their search for salvation, people strive and plot and plan. Just one way to receive it, that's to take Jesus' hand. In the world there's trouble, there's conflict and there's war. We fight and hurt each other, and then we hurt some more. Jesus came to save us, it was the Father's plan. And when Jesus comes back, there'll be peace in that land. Not to bring condemnation, He came to save instead. And He brings salvation and the world that lies ahead. And until that great day, each person must decide, will they trust in Jesus or on that great day high? If you'll take His hand now, I know that you will find Jesus is worth trusting. He's gentle and He's kind. In your search for salvation, you can strive and plot and plan. Just one way to receive it, you must take Jesus' hand. You must take Jesus' hand. You must take Jesus' hand. Thank you. And it looks to me like it's 3:01.
You folks want an encore from Dale? Got another one?
Okay. Well, this one, okay, I got that one really in the wrong key. Yeah, I think I'll chance it, see if I can play it by ear. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee, key of D. Put your hand in the hand of the man still the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself, and you can look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Every time I look into the holy book, I want to tremble. When I read about the part where the temple appeared the temple. 'Cause the buyers and the sellers are no different fellas than what I profess to be. And it causes me pain to know I'm not the person I should be. You know, Jesus is the one who taught all about forgiving. Bitterness just takes the fun right out of living. We all offend our Lord, and yet He sent His Son to set us free. And since He forgives, then so should we. Put your hand in the hand of the man who's still the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calms the sea. Take a look at yourself and you can look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Mama taught me how to pray before I reached the age of 7. And when I'm down on my knees, that's when I'm closest to heaven. Daddy lived his life with 2 kids and a wife, and he taught me what to do. He put my hand in the hand of the Lord and okay. I put my hand in the sand and so can you. Put your hand in the hand of the man who still the waters. Put your hand in the hand of the man who count the sea. Take a look at yourself and you can look at others differently. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Put your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Okay.
Up telescope.
That last song, did Stuart Hamlin write that?
Is
Stuart
what?
Hamlin, that last song. Yeah, I know a Canadian wrote it.
Oh,
Stuart Hamlin.
is that so? I don't know.
Stuart Hamlin.
Gene McClellan.
Okay. Hey, give Dale Evenhouse another round of applause.
Thank you.
If you like this, tell people. If you don't like it,
Don't tell anybody.
yeah. Let's see. Friday night is going to be the Lake Ukulele group here at 6 o'clock. They run until 8 or 9, depends on who's really excited. But at 8 o'clock they go later. You know, it's just fun. Let's see. Next week is going to be Joyce and Carmichael Christmas show here at 2 o'clock. I think that's all I need. Just give Dale another round of applause. We're going to get the jam started about 4:30.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.